The first thing I'd like to say is that I work on the assumption that you function at a conscious level and also at an unconscious level. By the conscious level of functioning, I mean that while you are here for the purpose of listening to me and learning, you're going to divide your attention and pay attention to the rugs, the bookcases, the pictures on the wall, presence of others. You'll note the color purple. Everything that's irrelevant to the instruction you're going to be given. In other words, consciously, you're oriented to your surroundings. Your unconscious mind, however, is inwardly oriented, and it makes use of learnings that you've acquired over a lifetime of experience. And in your conscious functioning, you depend upon those learnings, or rather you depend on the end results of those learnings.
And you say a hand put you in a trance. Is that right?
I didn't.
You said, oh, Hanlon put you in a trance.
Well, he was discussing the class, and he was leading the group.
All right. How do you go into a trance?
Well, I didn't know. I mean, consciously, I didn't know. Until I got there, what was happening. I was actually fighting or arguing. Not, I'm not going to do this because you guys are doing it all.
Don't hide in that corner. Get over it.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you think I would put you in a trance?
How do I think you would put me in a trance? I don't know.
Look toward the corner of that picture there. Put your hands on your thighs, feet on the floor. Just look toward that one corner. Don't move, don't talk. I'm going to remind you the time you first learned to write the letters of the alphabet. It seemed to be a terribly difficult job. All those different letters, different forms and different shapes. And all those letters are printed letters, or written letters, or capital letters, small letters. Slowly and gradually you learn to form a visual mental image which you located somewhere in your brain. And you didn't know you were locating it in your brain, and you didn't know you were locating it there permanently. Now, while I've been talking to you, you change your rate of respiration, your heart rate is altered, your blood pressure is altered, your muscle tones has changed, your motor reflexes have changed. And when next I say the word now, you will close your eyes now. And you're feeling very self-conscious. And gradually you feel more and more comfortable. And the more comfortable you feel, the deeper into the trance you'll go. You can go deeply in the trance as you wish. You go so deeply in the trance, they'll seem to you as if you're a bodiless mind, floating in time, floating in space, sensing only my voice, and my voice can change into different voices, voices of your parents, your siblings, your neighbors, your schoolmates, your playmates, and memories will come to your mind that you forgot a long time ago. And you may even find yourself sitting in the schoolroom, looking at a lesson, or looking at a schoolmate. Or you may find yourself at home, eating Thanksgiving dinner, or looking at the Christmas tree, or looking at a puppy, or someone of long ago. And what I'm emphasizing here is that a casual conversation, which may seem pointless, uninformative, not well organized, can create a climate in which a trance can be induced. You can close your eyes now. And you can close your eyes now. And go very deeply into the trance. Sensing my voice, which may change into the voice of siblings, neighbors, parents, schoolmates, playmates. Whatever sounds belong to your childhood. I'd like to have you enjoy being in a trance. Enjoy memories. When she changed that, her right hand was immobile. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I saw it in my in that field?
He did not make the usual adjusted movements, bending over and changing that tape. He left her right hand where it was, just bent over. If I want to bend over, I'm more likely to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know if you're in a trance?
I know that I was in a trance. I knew that I made a decision to change it. There was a moment when
Is it?
I know that I was comfortable where I was, and I heard the tape go off, and I made an active decision to open my eyes and turn the tape over, rather than stay.
Did you know you were in a trance?
I don't know what a trance is.
Do you think you're in a trance now?
I'm willing to entertain the possibility.
Now don't move. Just sit there and wait. Ordinarily, we nod the head this way. We mean yes. We shake our head from side to side. We mean no. I'm going to ask you a question, which can be answered by either a nod of the head or a shake of the head. But you wait and wait until your head does the moving. You don't do it. You wait for your head. Are you in a trance? There was certainly a regular movement of her head that said, I don't know. Now she'd be beginning to nod her head yes. And the unconscious movement of the head nodding yes is characterized by perseveration. You know you're still in a trance. As a conscious nodding your head. Wait and see what your head does. Are you satisfied with that? Now, she's obviously in a trance. A loss of mobility. The important thing in inducing a trance is to be utterly confident that the person can go into a trance, because everybody can go. And if you're utterly confident, fully expectant, confidence, expectation are the most powerful forces. I'll give you an illustration of the meaningfulness of yes, you wondered.
Yeah, what,
And then you drew your own conclusion. You nod your head as well as saying, You don't know it. You apparently are not going to let yourself know it. Is that?
know what?
That you can go into a trance.
I never experienced it, so I can't tell. I expect I can.
You have an unrecognized objection to knowing that you can go into a trance.
If it's unrecognized, then it's possible I do have it.
Are you noticing that nodding the head she does? And when I began nodding my head, she altered her blink reflex.
That's correct.
I'll be aware that as an occupational hazard working at the airport, if there's a tendency toward epilepsy, the rotating propellers and the shininess of the propellers and rotating can cause an epileptic seizure. Because in your response, you make so many responses to the rotation of the propeller, you only get a transient glimpse. And that requires an excessive amount of activity in the brain. It overcharges that area of your brain. You have an epileptic seizure. Some lay hypnotists brought out whirling discs with colors. They could alternate the speed of change the speed of those rotating discs, and they cause epileptic seizures sometimes in their subjects. Now, how many of you are aware of the fact you're not hearing street sounds? Now you hear them. Well, you had stopped hearing them.
very good, very acutely aware of sounds for a while. I trained the advanced marksmanship team of the advanced rifle team of the United States Army for the international shoot 1 year. Now, I don't know anything about a rifle. I know which is the stock end of a rifle and which is the muzzle end. A coach of the team became interested in hypnosis as a training measure. And I got invited down to Fort Bennington to train the team. How do you think I would train a team for marksmanship for an international shoot? I haven't told you that before, have I?
No.
I knew members of the team knew their rifles thoroughly. Also knew what they didn't know was their own physical behavior. Used hypnotic trance to make them acutely aware of all of their body. And I'll describe how a rifle team who resigned from the Army described how he won the National High-Power Rifle Championship in the United States and worked for Winchester Rifle Company for a couple of years, going around the country giving exhibitions, demonstrations of shooting. Lieutenant Edwin, his nickname was Piggy. Piggy visited us and said, "Who I won the national championship of this. First, I let the sole of my feet fit on the ground. And then I saw that my ankles were very comfortable. The calves of my legs became comfortable. My knees became comfortable. My body became comfortable. Left hand holding the rifle barrel was comfortable. I felt the stock against my shoulder, feeling very comfortable. Then I carefully put my cheek against the stock and waved the gun sight up and down across the target. And when everything felt perfectly comfortable and my teeth came together just exactly right, I squeezed the trigger. The additional thing is that in a rifle marksmanship contest, each contestant shoots 40 rounds. Getting the first bullseye is not very difficult, or getting the second. You know, you've got 9 when you get the 10th. You've got 19 when you get the 20th. You've got 29 when you get the 30th. You got 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. When you make it, it's the last 40th time. What I taught them was, every time they squeeze the trigger, to forget that they squeeze the trigger. And they have to be told, you've shot your 40 rounds. They think it was just getting ready for the second shot.
I'm Roger Bailey, sir.
From where?
San Diego.
Did you? What knowledge do you have of hypnosis?
Well, I've read a couple of your books and studied with Harold Greenwald at USIU, and then I've been studying on my own doing hypnosis with patients in my private practice.
And you know Joe Barber?
Hmm?
You know Joe Barber?
No, I don't.
Greenwald?
Yeah. Greenwald, yeah.
Who else?
Oh, dear. Who else am I? A fellow named Dr. Kroger out of Los Angeles. I went to 2 workshops that he presented.
Have you ever been in a trance?
Yes.
Who put you in?
A fellow named Paul. Well, 2 people actually. A physician in Chula Vista, and then Paul Carter out of Santa Cruz.
Paul Carter.
Mm-hmm.
What method did he use?
What method does Paul use?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's almost like a metaphor method. He just talks, and I relax and change my breathing, and out I go.
Hold your hand out like this. As far away from you as you can. Look at your thumbnail. And just watch your thumb moving slowly toward your face. Very slowly. Don't move any. And the closer it gets to your face, the more and more you'll go into a trance. And by the time your thumb reaches your face, your eyes will close, and you feel very comfortable, and you'll go deeper and deeper into a trance. Your eyes may close even sooner. And when your thumb touches your face, you'll discover something. And the thing you're discovering is you're very comfortable, going deeper and deeper in trance. Now that's a method people can employ for induction of auto-hypnotic trances. Did I mention the mirror method?
No, I haven't heard it.
Many years ago, in the 1950s, I was
giving a lecture on hypnosis at a seminar. And one of the doctors attending the seminar, 6'6", big, burly man, all muscle and bone. He came up to me and said, "I'm Bulldog Drummond, and nobody, just nobody in the whole wide world can put me in a trance. Nobody can hypnotize myself, can hypnotize me. You and the others can try all you want to, it won't work. But I would like to be hypnotized." I said, "Are you sure you would like to be?" He said, "Most certainly." "Now, how can I?" He said, "Well, I'm a bulldog. I hang on. I don't let anybody put anything over on me." I said, "Well, tonight, when you're ready to go to bed, sit down in front of the mirror and look in the mirror at the man who's going to put you in a deep hypnotic trance. You awaken about 7 o'clock the next morning. You remain in trance all night long. You awaken. He said, if I had known I was going to go into a trance, I would have got into a more comfortable position. Recently I had a former 1950 patient call me up who said, I've been devoting a couple hours a day for the past year to reduce auto-hypnosis. I've got a book of instructions here. I've been following, I've done everything the book says. I haven't gone into a trance. It's a book that Frank Capri wrote on auto-hypnosis. She said, yes. I said, that book is trash. All books on auto-hypnosis are trash. Now, if you want to go into an auto-hypnotic trance, you should have called me a year ago, and I would have told you how. So, Joan, today, I'll just sit down in front of your dresser and look at yourself in the mirror. Now, first, set your alarm clock for an alarm to sound in 20 minutes. And she sets her alarm clock and started looking at herself, and the alarm went off. And as she reported later, I thought I had misset the alarm because I just started looking at myself. So this time, I made sure I said it correctly. I started looking at myself, and the alarm went off again, and the clock showed that 20 minutes had passed by. Too many people say, now relax. Relax yourself, relax your ankles, your knees, your muscles, your thighs, muscles of your body. All you're doing then is you're consciously telling yourself what to do consciously. You look in the mirror and let your unconscious mind take over. Just blank your mind. When Joan looked in the mirror, she didn't know what she was going to see there. Her mind was wide open. Bulldog Drummond sat down and looked at himself, keeping in mind, when you look in your mirror, sit down and look in your mirror, bedtime, you'll see the man who's going to hypnotize you. That really didn't make any sense to him.
Mind wide open, he's wondering. And he developed a deep trance. Are you still in a trance state?
Oh, I don't think so.
Hmm?
I don't think so. I think but I'm very much more relaxed.
You what?
I'm much more relaxed than when I came in.
You're sure you're not in a trance?
With you, Dr. Erickson, no, I'm not sure.
Dr. Erickson, could you say something about what a trance state is?
What's that?
Could you say something about what a trance state is?
Yeah. A conscious state of awareness includes your environment. Trance state, you're paying attention to the things that are important.
To the things that are important.
That are relevant, that are important. In Betty's demonstration of hypnosis, she was able to describe the changes in the various sensory levels, areas. And when she was in the trance, I asked her to see the McTeers. Her professor of psychology was Francis McTeer.
From Florida.
They've now moved from Detroit to Florida. And she saw Francis and his wife. He wasn't seeing anything else, just some tears. And she was making no allowance, paying any heed to anything else. And apparently they told her they moved to Florida. Now, she doesn't like to hallucinate. I caught her unawares. She has no hard feelings about that. It's amusing. And do you know how she remembers in a trance?
Do you remember how she went into a trance?
Can you speculate on how she was able to remember as you went into a trance?
How she was able or how I was able?
How she was able to remember. Ordinarily, when she goes into a trance, she develops a total amnesia for her, doesn't know anything about it. Here she is in conscious state, a conscious awareness. She goes into a trance, and here's the trance state. When she awakens, she's back here. She goes from waking awareness to trance awareness. And when she awakens, she's back where she left off at conscious awareness. It is as if her conscious awareness had not been interrupted at all. But she hung on to the fact that you two were present.
I think so.
And while in the house there, she said, were the Germans satisfied? And one awareness. He didn't include in her awareness the presence of the others.
Oh, yes.
I wonder why you're here.
I'm here. Came to see you.
And you ought to do more than see me.
I listen to you. I observe. I listen to you. Observe. Try to observe what you're doing. How.
And what will that do for you?
What will what do for me?
Observe and see how I do things.
What will it do for me?
Mm-hmm.
I assume a lot of things.
Hmm?
I assume a number of things.
What?
I assume I'll learn a number of things.
You can Boston. Mark Spitz. You know the name, do you not?
Mark Spitz, yes, the swimmer.
Mm-hmm. You can watch him for a whole year and you won't learn a thing about swimming.
That's why I don't go to see Mark Spitz.
To learn to swim, you have to get into the water.
That's right.
Why are you staying out of the water? You're avoiding all knowledge of your hypnotic responses. Why? And your name is Roger?
Yes, sir.
How much do you know about hypnosis?
Well, it depends on the situation, how much I can bring into memory. Sometimes I think I know a lot. Times like this, I don't think I know anything.
Rory, tell them something about your childhood that you had long ago forgotten.
Something about my childhood that I long ago forgot.
What memories came to you in the trance state?
What memory came from? I just envisioned a Christmas tree.
Hmm?
I envisioned a Christmas tree in the basement of the house that my parents lived in.
How long since you thought about that Christmas?
Yeah, I don't know. A long time.
And when you were envisioning that tree, where were you?
On the stairs, looking at it.
On the stairs. In other words, you regressed.
That's where I regret.
What were you wearing at the time?
A pair of pink pajamas.
Hmm?
Some pink pajamas.
How old were you?
The number 8 comes to mind, but I don't know if that's right or not.
You wore pink pajamas when you were 8 years old.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
What's that?
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised.
What very remote memories came to your mind?
I remembered how when I was younger, I shared a bedroom with my younger brother, and that rather regularly he would climb into bed with me sometime during the night, and we'd sleep together, and that felt real good. I remember how good it felt to have him close to me.
And how old were you then?
I was just thinking about that when you asked her. I was thinking around 12 or 13.
And when you were recalling a memory, where were you?
What I pictured was the bedroom, and my brother and I in bed.
And did you feel the bed?
No, I felt him more than
Felt
I felt
him.
the bed. Yeah.
And what did you do?
I had a couple of memories. One was having a big family dinner in the living room of the 3-room apartment that I grew up in with my parents. And that was also that was where I slept. I slept on the couch. And at night, the cars would go by, and I would watch the patterns as the light would go across the wall and then disappear until another car would come and it would light up.
And were you seeing that light pattern?
Uh-huh.
How old were you at the time?
I was about 8.
How did it feel?
I have some sadness about it.
Hmm?
I have some sadness about it. I just have that kind of memory of being all alone there in the living room.
Yeah. It demonstrates how easily you can get regression. You know, you start just watch Roger. Look up corner of that up there. Don't move, don't talk. I'm going to remind you about the time we're going to school and first learning to write the letters of the alphabet. All different letters, of different shapes and forms. So many letters, and so many different kinds of letters. Printed letters, written letters, capital letters, small letters. And you cross the I and dot the T, and where you put the circle on the end of that short, straight line for a B, for a D, for a P. Now, which side of the circle do you put that little tail for Q? And you cross a T at the very top, or a little bit down. It's put to right, isn't it? Are you a big boy?
Uh-huh.
Do you ever climb a tree?
Sometimes. Brother climbs better than I do. So I usually watch.
How old are you? You're quite a big boy. Do you have a dog? Or a cat? Or a bird? I once had a pet dove. I like my dove very much. And what is your name?
It's Roger.
Do you know my name?
Somewhere. Uh-huh.
Who am I?
Dr. Erickson.
Where are you right now?
Two places.
What's that?
Two places. I'm standing in a yard, looking at a tree, and yet I'm here.
There's your double orientation. I brought about that double orientation by asking all the wrong questions. I could have followed along on just questions relating to the 5th year of life. I'd been all right. When as soon as he knew my name, I then forced him into another orientation. You're still oriented to the age of 5 and still oriented to me, but it took him a long time to get oriented to me. It was quite a process, a mental process he went through to get into 2 different places. Our regression isn't so difficult to achieve, but you have to watch your questions and see to it whatever you say is in keeping with the regression that you elicit. Let's go play somewhere. Will that be all right? What shall we play with? I like throwing stones.
I throw in the cars.
Oh,
Dirt
nah.
clods.
I like to throw stones, see if I can hit a tree. Sometimes I try to throw a stone over a tree. Can you throw a stone over a tree?
Too high.
You're too hard?
Too high. Too high.
Wake up remembering everything.
I'm really aware how heavy this arm is. It's very hard to move this arm.
You can't move it.
Well, I can.
Maybe you can't.
I have to move it.
Maybe you can't. I don't think you can.
It's just so much funnier than the other one.
And I've seen a demonstration of doubt as effectiveness.
I should be videotaping this. I don't remember all this.
But
Maybe I will. Maybe I will remember all this.
And did I tell you about the nurse at Boston State Hospital